The Attic's Echo, Clarissa's Flashlight by Ruben White. Clarissa Evans's life felt like an attic choked with dust bunnies, swirling, suffocating, and obscuring everything. Her mind, once a bright, airy space, was now a labyrinth of forgotten tasks and looming anxieties. The clutter wasn't just physical, it was a mental morass, a tangled web of should-haves and what-ifs. Every discarded receipt, every unread email, was a tiny, persistent voice whispering of her inadequacy. Her apartment, once a sanctuary, now mirrored the chaos within. The overflowing laundry basket, the mountains of unopened mail, the precarious stacks of books, each was a monument to her mounting stress. The cortisol, a relentless storm, raged within her, leaving her constantly on edge. She'd sit at her desk, intending to work, but the disarray would pull her focus, a visual static that drowned out her thoughts. Just clean it up, she'd tell herself, but the task felt insurmountable, like trying to empty an ocean with a teaspoon. Then, there were the nights. Sleep, once a refuge, became a battleground. The unmade bed, the clothes strewn across the floor, became tangible manifestations of her inner turmoil. She'd lie awake, the silence broken only by the relentless hum of her racing thoughts, each stray item in her room a shadow in the darkness. One day, she stumbled upon an old article about decluttering. It spoke of finding a flashlight in a messy attic. The metaphor resonated with her. She realized that she wasn't just clearing physical space, she was searching for the light within, the clarity that had been buried under layers of stress and self-doubt. Clarissa decided to start small. 10 minutes, she told herself, just 10 minutes. She tackled a single drawer, sorting through old receipts and forgotten trinkets. It was a tiny victory, a single dust bunny banished, but it sparked a flicker of hope. Small wins matter, the article had said, and she found it to be true. She created a system, a set of labeled baskets for her mail, a designated spot for her keys. It wasn't perfect, but it was hers, tailored to her habits, a customized map through the attic of her life. She set a reminder on her phone, 15 minutes of calm. It was her time to sort, to organize, to breathe. There were days when the clutter threatened to overwhelm her again, when the emotional weight of it all felt too heavy to bear. On those days, she practiced self-compassion. Patience is key, she reminded herself. She allowed herself to feel the guilt, the frustration, but she didn't let it consume her. She started journaling, writing down her feelings, examining the emotional attachments she had to certain items. It was like shining a light on the hidden corners of her mind, revealing the reasons behind her reluctance to let go. She even sought help. A friend came over, not to judge, but to assist, offering an objective perspective, a fresh pair of eyes in her cluttered world. Together, they tackled a particularly daunting closet, laughing as they unearthed forgotten treasures and parting with items that no longer served her. Slowly, the attic began to clear. The physical space around her became lighter, more manageable. The mental fog began to lift. She found herself more focused, more productive. The constant hum of anxiety quieted, replaced by a sense of calm. One evening, as she sat on her now tidy bed, a sense of peace washed over her. She looked around her room, no longer a battleground, but a sanctuary. She had found her flashlight, not just in the attic of her apartment, but in the attic of her mind. She had rediscovered the things that truly mattered, the things that lit her path forward. The attic wasn't gone, but it was organized, manageable, a space where she could find what she needed, when she needed it. And in that clarity, she found herself.